In a world that celebrates extremes, endless work, constant consumption, intense ambition, balance has become a forgotten art. We chase success until we burn out. We indulge in pleasure until we feel empty. We give too much, or we close ourselves off completely. The Buddha saw this thousands of years ago, and from his deep insight came one of the most profound teachings in all of Buddhism, the middle way. Now, the middle way isn't about mediocrity or compromise. It's not about being half-hearted or indecisive. It's about wisdom, the understanding that peace and happiness arise not from clinging to one extreme or another, but from walking the path of balance and awareness. The story begins with the Buddha himself. Before his enlightenment, he lived as a prince, surrounded by every imaginable luxury, wealth, and pleasure. He had everything the world could offer, yet he felt a profound emptiness inside, a quiet ache that no comfort could satisfy. So, he left his palace and took up the life of a severe ascetic. He fasted, endured pain, and meditated relentlessly, pushing his body and mind to their absolute limits. But even then, enlightenment did not come. One day, weakened by hunger, he sat by a river and overheard a musician tuning his stringed instrument. The musician said, "If the string is too tight, it will break. If it is too loose, it won't make a sound." And in that simple, powerful moment, the Buddha understood. The key to harmony, the key to peace, lies in balance. He realized that both extreme indulgence and extreme self-denial lead to suffering. True freedom comes from walking the middle way, where the body and mind are in harmony, where desire and discipline coexist in a state of calm awareness. In our modern lives, we face the very same challenge. We live in extremes, overworking, overthinking, overdoing. Or sometimes, we swing to the complete opposite, avoidance, laziness, and constant distraction. The middle way invites us to pause and ask ourselves, what does balance actually look like in my life? When you're chasing goals endlessly, the middle way gently whispers, rest. When you're lost in comfort and distraction, it reminds you, wake up. It isn't a rigid, fixed path, but a living rhythm, one that changes with each passing moment. Let's look at the middle way in our thoughts. Our thoughts can be so extreme, can't they? I'm perfect, or I'm completely worthless. The Buddha taught that true wisdom lies right between these two poles. It's about recognizing your potential without arrogance, and seeing your flaws without despair. Self-awareness is the bridge that connects pride and shame. When you see yourself clearly, you no longer need to prove yourself or punish yourself. You simply grow. And what about the middle way in our actions? In our actions, balance means effort without obsession. If you push too hard, you create stress and burnout. If you care too little, you lose your direction. The Buddha encouraged what he called right effort, a steady, joyful, mindful progress. Whether you're studying, working, or even meditating, the key is to move with intention, not with pressure. Think of it like breathing. You inhale and you exhale. Effort and rest must flow together, naturally and rhythmically. Now let's talk about desire. Desire itself is not evil. The Buddha never said that wanting something is wrong. What he warned against was attachment, that desperate clinging that turns a simple desire into suffering. To walk the middle way with desire means enjoying life's gifts without becoming enslaved by them. You can enjoy good food without falling into greed. You can love someone deeply without losing yourself in the process. You can have ambition without letting it consume your peace. It's not about rejecting desire, but about your relationship with it. When you are mindful, you can enjoy things without attachment. You can let go without regret, and you can love without fear. The middle way is also crucial for our emotions. Many of us live caught between emotional extremes. We either suppress our feelings completely, or we drown in them. The Buddha's wisdom teaches us to acknowledge our emotions without being ruled by them. Anger, sadness, joy, fear, all of them are natural, temporary visitors in the house of your mind. Balance means allowing them to come in, offering them your awareness, and then letting them go when it's their time. When you feel anger rising, don't deny it, observe it. When sadness lingers, don't fight it, embrace it with compassion. Emotions lose their power when they are seen clearly. That is the heart of the middle way, seeing things exactly as they are, not through the distorting filter of our reactions. This applies to our relationships too. Relationships often pull us toward extremes, giving too much or taking too much, constantly trying to please others or fiercely protecting ourselves. But balance in love means understanding both yourself and the other person. It means caring deeply, yet not clinging. It means setting healthy boundaries, but not closing your heart. When you walk the middle way in your relationships, love becomes spacious. It's not built on control or dependency, but on a foundation of mutual respect, kindness, and freedom. Even on a spiritual path, people can become extreme. They might meditate with rigid intensity, chase enlightenment like another achievement, or judge others for not being spiritual enough. But the Buddha taught that the path is gentle. He said, "Do not push the river. It flows by itself." You cannot force awakening. You can only create the right conditions for it to happen. through awareness, patience, and compassion. Walking the middle way in spirituality means practicing sincerely, but without pride. It's understanding that enlightenment isn't a race to be won, but a natural unfolding of clarity and peace. In today's chaotic world, the middle way is more relevant than ever. It reminds us to use technology mindfully, to balance our work and rest, to stay informed without being consumed by negativity. It calls us to live simply, not by rejecting the world, but by engaging with it consciously. To eat when you're hungry, to sleep when you're tired, to speak when kind words are needed, and to be silent when silence heals. Balance isn't something you find once and for all. It is something you choose, moment by moment. The Buddha's middle way is not a rule. It is a living awareness. It asks us to look deeply into every moment and choose harmony over excess, awareness over impulse. When you walk the middle way, you move through life like a calm river, steady, reflective, and free. The Buddha once said, just as a string that is neither too tight nor too loose makes perfect music, so too does a balanced mind bring peace. So, when life pulls you toward extremes of fear or desire, of control or surrender, just pause, breathe, and return to your center. There, in the quiet heart of balance, you will find peace, not because the world outside is calm, but because you are. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content on finding peace in our modern world. See you next time.